Welcome to today's deep dive. If you walk into a contract negotiation and just ask about the company's perks, you might actually be signaling that you don't belong in the room.
Right. Yeah, that is a classic mistake.
Exactly. So today we are looking at some targeted notes on advanced workplace English. But our mission isn't just to, read a dry vocabulary list to you.
No, definitely not. We really want to decode the psychology of job satisfaction.
Yeah, so we'll be exploring the subtle nuances, some direct opposites, and how to actually wield these terms in the real world, especially for anyone trying to learn how to deliver these words effectively to, say, an interview panel.
Right, because taking a word like perk versus benefit, it isn't merely a synonym swap.
Right, it's a totally different concept.
Yeah, it's a legal and cultural distinction.
Yeah.
We want to analyze how you deliver these concepts so you sound like an absolute insider.
Okay, so let's start with the atmosphere of a job. Corporate speak loves describing a dynamic or a fast-moving environment.
Oh, they love those buzzwords.
Right. But is that just HR code for, we expect you to work 80 hours a week?
Honestly, often yes. Dynamic implies continuous motion and change, but notice it doesn't actually promise a clear direction.
Wow, that's a good point.
Yeah, and the direct contrast to that in English would be a run-of-the-mill job.
Run-of-the-mill, like ordinary standard.
Exactly, nothing special.
So I guess a run-of-the-mill job is like being a load-bearing wall.
A load-bearing wall.
Yeah, like it's not flashy, it doesn't get the glory.
Yeah.
But if you take it out, the whole operation just collapses.
That is a really great analogy.
Thanks. Whereas a high-risk, dynamic career is more like the lightning rod. Attracting all the energy, you have a very high chance of getting burned.
And that burnout directly impacts staff morale and overall job satisfaction.
Right.
It's fascinating to watch the psychological shift in how we describe motivation here. Like, employees might tolerate that lightning rod role if they are driven by short-term financial reward.
Basically, they just want the immediate cash.
Right. But when that wears off, they don't just get tired. The specific word we use is that they become demotivated.
Demotivated. So the enthusiasm just completely vanishes.
Yes, and suddenly work-life balance becomes the absolute priority.
Right. You're suddenly weighing the time spent making a living against the time spent actually having a life.
Exactly. And when morale dips like that, the focus usually shifts heavily to compensation.
Which is where the vocabulary gets highly defensive.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Let's go back to that perks versus benefits trap we mentioned earlier.
Right. Let's break that down for the listeners.
So a benefit is a formal contractual obligation designed for security. Things like health insurance or your holiday entitlement.
Holiday entitlement meaning paid time off.
Right. But a perk is an informal cultural tool used to attract talent.
So like free coffee or a company car.
Exactly. Your contract legally guarantees your benefits and your salary increments.
Salary increments. That's the highly formal term for raises or performance-related pay, right?
You got it. But your boss lures you in with perks.
So HR relies on formal language to protect the company.
Yes, and you see this really clearly in a crisis. Like, instead of saying people are fired, you hear about redundancies.
Redundancies. That's a heavy word.
It is. Notice the psychological weight of it. It literally means your role is no longer necessary.
Wow. So it completely removes the personal blame from the employee.
It does. It softens the blow a bit, even when you parse out voluntary redundancies.
Where you raise your hand and willingly offer to leave.
Right, versus compulsory redundancies.
Where you have absolutely no choice.
Exactly. And the people left behind after that are called the skeleton staff.
Skeleton staff. That's such a vivid image.
It really is. It means the absolute minimum number of workers required to just keep the lights on.
Which brings up a phrase that feels, unavoidable in those situations.
Yeah.
I have to ask, is overworked and underpaid an official business metric or just a universal human complaint?
It actually operates as an informal, kind of humorous, fixed expression in English.
A fixed expression.
Yeah, it's used so consistently together that it functions almost as a single linguistic unit.
Ah, so employees use it to bond over the shared struggle of being on that skeleton staff.
Precisely. Now, if you are stuck feeling overworked and underpaid or facing a compulsory redundancy, you aren't asking for salary increments anymore.
No, you are definitely looking for the exit at that point.
Right. But even the grammar of leaving matters here. There is a massive difference in power dynamics between looking for a job and seeking a career in a new field.
Oh, really?
How so? Well, delivery is crucial here. Consider the phrase looking to work in.
Yeah.
You use look to when you mean considering or planning. Like, I'm looking to work in marketing.
Ah, I see. Because when you say I'm looking for a job, you sound kind of passive, like you misplaced your keys or something.
Exactly. But I'm looking to work in marketing sounds active.
Right, like an architect executing a blueprint.
Yes. And to an interview panel, which is the entire group of people evaluating you.
That can be pretty intimidating.
It can. But to that panel, one phrasing sounds somewhat desperate, while the active looking to sounds driven and highly intentional.
That is such a subtle but powerful shift. So mastering these specific word pairs, understanding when to demand a benefit instead of settling for a perk,
Right.
or knowing how to actively address an interview panel, it completely upgrades your professional leverage.
It really does. It gives you so much more control.
It makes you wonder, though, if language shapes our reality, how does having precise, established terms for concepts like work-life balance fundamentally change what we expect and demand from our employers?
That's a profound question. I mean, without the words, could we even fight for the concepts?
Exactly. A map is completely useless if you can't read the legend.
Yeah.
But now you have the vocabulary.